tech gremlins I've heard about today, so it'll be fun.
All right. Oh, we are live. Hi, everybody. Welcome. It's
Are we?
Friday night
It
night.
doesn't give me the pop-up anymore. Oh, there it is.
I
I'm like,
know
oh
it's I
God,
know it's
I'm
it's
not
changed.
sure. I like the updates. Zoom, I'm
Uh,
going to tell you, I'm not sure I like the updates.
I
The
know. I
layout
don't
change was once you remove the AI garbage, it's fine, but oh, they've moved all the notification boxes and
I
stuff. I'm like,
know. I know. And I yeah, I don't I prefer it the way it was because it was much
not
more obvious.
sure. Well, it's
Anyways,
because it was
yeah.
much more in your face, right? Like it was right
Yeah.
there in the middle of the screen, like, deal with me. Now it just like hides up in the corner and I forget it's there.
Mm, exactly. Anyways, well, it's Friday night. The weekend is here.
Everyone survived.
I know.
Yay!
Another week, another week, and
Another
another
week, another
weekend
Kleenex box.
ready to start.
Guys,
Ooh, I might have to turn my fan on. I thought it was a lot cooler, but
while I was listening to the exciting tech drama of the world this morning,
uh-huh.
I got up and I turned the air conditioning unit on, closed the windows, and I have
Ooh,
like a serious sized box fan that
yeah.
lives just outside the bed. This is a bedroom. Lives outside the office in the hallway, and one moderately large, kind of chonky AC unit in the living room, and
Ah,
it just pushes the air around the whole apartment. So I'm never quite cool, but I'm never quite warm, so long as I can catch and get ahead of the humidity. I have
oh
to be
yeah.
ahead. I can never catch up. I can never catch up. Like if I'm late to the party to start, I'm hooped. But if I can stay ahead of it, then it doesn't get too bad in here. So of course we're like 30 plus degree heat all freaking weekend long.
Mm, yeah.
Gross.
We're a little bit cooler. It's actually quite nice, but still summer. Anyways, okay. See if I can get this
A
reflector.
season I tolerate for fresh veggies.
Has to be some benefit to it. Hi,
Absolutely.
everybody. Well, okay, there. That's a little more comfortable.
Better?
Get situated back in here again.
Oh, my hair is officially reached mom stage because it's ponytailed at the back of my head and then braided.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
Which is a style I remember my mom doing when I was younger and she had longer hair.
Oh, all right. So what's everybody knitting on this beautiful Friday night?
Knitting. That's the thing I should do.
No, I haven't knit yet today.
I pulled a project.
I pulled up
I have.
my shawl.
I grabbed my scrappy V shirt.
Oh, that's
I'd like to,
nice.
I'd like to get the body of this done. Do, do, do.
Yeah, I'm just been working away on this and I don't know, slow and steady. Slow and steady is my motto lately. Because I see if I do anything else, I end up ripping back a few rows. It's like, two rows, two steps forward, one step back kind of thing. That's how
Yep.
it's been going with my knitting, and I haven't seemed to be making a whole lot of progress on anything lately.
Oh, I
Hi, Liz and Sally, Cindy. Hey, Mary.
did some sewing today. Had a very, very, very light work day because it takes a really long time for a wrenched knee and ribs to heal, I am discovering.
Well, that's right, because when we were chatting a couple of weeks ago, you had, yeah, just injured yourself.
My first physio appointment is on Tuesdays, so but I mean it's like given the ribs I cracked, given where I cracked them, the doctors figure about 6 weeks
Yeah,
before I can say that they're healed-ish. And a
yeah.
couple of years because it's a bone, right? So like it's going to be years before we're fully healed. But I should be out of most of the pain in about 6 weeks post injury. I'm about week 4.
Yeah, so you're getting there.
So I'm getting there, which is good.
Yeah.
I'm seeing improvement. And then physio for the knee and the ankle because I banged them up real good.
Mm.
So
Well. You just need to take this time to sit and relax and knit and crochet.
I am very excited to leave the apartment next week. I've been a very good human. I've done exactly as the doctor ordered, and I have stayed put.
Yep.
Now, however, I'm going crazy. I'd like to leave to do something, anything.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, I'll get there.
All right. So has anybody? Oh, okay. Let's see. What do we have? Hi, Lynn. Oh, Liz says no knitting, just sitting. Well, that's all right.
That works.
Sit and relax. Cindy, oh, oh, yay. Cindy, I cast that on, didn't I? That's the one I cast on. Cindy's casting on the, how do you say, Cindy? This isn't going to help me because I can't hear you. I never know how to pronounce that. I just call it like the Sabe top. Hi, Karen. Good morning. Good morning, Karen. Where are you if it's morning?
Germany?
So
Europe.
that's like super early or
Could be
late,
super,
depending on
super
how you
early or
look at
super
it then.
late. Yeah.
Ah,
Depending on where.
yep.
I don't know. Where's farther? Australia? No, that's maybe too far. They 12 hours in Australia? Difference from us?
Lynn is knitting on July socks for Ancient Arts Summer Sock Club. Oh my
Oh,
God.
good.
Oh, you think I would like them? What are they, Lynn? Give me some details. Oh, it's UK for Karen, and it's almost 1 a.m.
Okay.
Yes.
Which
So
technically would be morning.
it is technically morning, but I still, yeah, I know. Is it? We were having this conversation the other night. Oh, yes, I remember now. I was coming home at 4 a.m. in the morning, and we
It's
were
morning.
talking, yeah, we were talking about, is it still, we were technically classifying it still as the day before because we hadn't slept yet. So
It gets a bit confusing if you don't have a very firm grasp on time. I worked night shifts, so I would get off work at 11 p.m. or 6 a.m. like because I'm overnight waitressed
Mhm, mhm.
for a while. So like I got very used to being able to know that the day changed even if I hadn't slept because I needed to know my days to go to work on time.
Yeah.
It was important.
Yeah, yeah, you don't want to get that messed up.
No, so but I've noticed unless you've really done like shift work, like all of the clock cycle shift work, it
Mhm.
gets really confusing because your brain thinks I haven't slept, therefore it's the day before, but that's technically not how it works.
Yeah, no, I know. But I don't know. I like that. If I haven't slept, it's still the day before.
Or
Yep.
I'm fine switching over to the next day. It's not going to stop me from sleeping or enjoying my sleep when I get there.
Okay, so Lynn says the socks, the July Sock Club or the Traveler Socks
Oh, cute.
by Barb Brown. Okay.
I mean,
Oh, hey, Carol.
how do you say no to ancient art yarns? A, gorgeous yarn.
Sorry.
B, socks are pretty quick to knit, unless you're me or Louise. Then they take forever.
Nope. I'm changing that narrative. I don't like that one. I'm rewriting that.
All right.
Just like
You
I can
start you
I
start
can still
producing
defend.
socks. You start producing socks like Asa does, or Karen does, or Jen does. Then we'll change that narrative for you.
Okay. I'm up for that.
I need
I can
some
be
I need
patient.
some statistical data. I need stats.
Stats.
I
See,
need some
you need
stats.
stats, and I just live in denial in my make world, and I'm gonna make it whatever I want.
Sure,
And
sure.
I am a sock knitter who
You
gets,
reject my logic in your flight of fancy?
yep, I
Okay.
do.
Okay. I see how it is. I see how it is. Alrighty.
I can live in my own little make-believe world over here.
Sure can. I can't stop you.
So, okay, so traveler socks. Okay, are they cables or something like traveler socks? I don't know. I'm thinking that needs like traveling stitches. I'm sure that's probably not why it's called that, but that's what makes me think. Oh, Sally is like ahead of the game here. she cast on for next month's challenge. She cast on so the Fiber Friends cable challenge,
Oh, is it August, right?
and she's already cast on. And she's thinking about a new sock cast on too. Excellent. Cast those on.
I don't know who may have watched the second video I put up on my YouTube channel today.
Oh, that's good to know there's another one there.
I spent like 3 weeks weighing all of my yarn so that I would have stash totals for stash busting, so that way I know where
Oh,
I am at.
that's a lot of work.
It wasn't a small task, and I keep finding more freaking yarn. I'm so annoyed. So my
Uh,
total isn't even my total. I'm like, oh, for the love of Pete. But I'm still fiddling around with what I like for my own videos and stuff. So like there's still lots of changes going on there. But that's not the point. The point is I've been busy the last couple of weeks cataloging
Way
everything I have. Oh, it's so
better.
slow. It's so slow. And I'm even slower with my vision. So it's like, oh, it takes so long to do one thing. But it's done. The important thing is that it's done,
There you go.
which is good. And now I can cast on with Wild Abandon,
Absolutely.
maybe.
Yes, yes. Do it, do it, do it. Okay, I am um oh,
Sorry, it's
okay.
been a long day, so I'm gonna be yawning.
That's all
I'm
right.
yawning a lot today.
I just went into Ravelry. I have to see if I can find these socks now.
The Traveler sucks.
Yes. Oh, apparently I spelled it wrong. Big surprise. Oh, oh no. You said the
Rips.
designer's name. There's a few traveler socks here. There's a, you said Barb Brown, right? Maybe I just need to search her. There's a lot. There's like um a page of traveler socks.
That's a lot of Traveler socks.
Okay, I'm gonna search by her
It might
designer.
narrow it. It might narrow that down a bit.
Yeah, we'll see what we get here.
Cool, cool. Thanks for letting me know that I'm on YouTube. Appreciate it. Thanks for.
Barb Brown. Okay, one Barb Brown came up.
Oh, that helps narrow your search a whole bunch.
Okay, let's see what she's got. Oh, are they oh, okay. Traveler shorties. There you go. I know that's my one little complaint about Ravelry is like they give you no leeway when you type in the name. It's
None
not,
whatsoever.
it's like you have to be a bang on. Okay, so Traveler Shorties, Ancient Arts Fiber Crafts. Oh, those are really fun. They're shorties, which mean there's hope I can get them done to be the sock knitter I want to be. And okay, so published July this month. What does it say? Adult charted heel flap in the round, Kitchener stitch, short row heel. Okay. Team texture, top cuff down, pattern written. Okay, that looks really fun. Does it give us any more details here? Hold on.
I've got a pattern for you to look up.
Oh, do you? Okay. So it says, I'd love to travel. So when I was asked for a shorty sock with texture, I played with stitches to find one that would not irritate the foot inside the shoe since traveling will often include a lot of walking. Traveling stitches are perfect for this. I also experimented until I had a design that had enough going on for an experienced knitter, but would not be beyond a less experienced knitter who wanted to give traveling stitches a try. I think this works and that your talks takes you to wonderful places. Oh, it is fun. So what kind?
If anybody wonders, I eat all during the Monday night lives too. Like while Louise is talking to me, I'm constantly having dinner at the same time. So I'm just like,
All
Louise is
right.
telling a story. I need a cookie.
Oh my goodness, these are really super cool socks, you guys. So they're a rolled cuff, heel
Okay.
flap and gusset, one color, like a solid color,
Hmm.
and they're like diamonds up the front.
Oh, that'd be
And
cute.
then there's kind of some texture on the sides. One full diamond and then a little bit of texture on the sides. Yeah, those are really fun. I
That'd be
think
really
the
cute.
fiber friends, oh my gosh, Cheryl is the keeper of the master list. And I should actually write down what we're doing, but I think textured knits is one of the months. I know we talked about it. I'm sure we probably put it in there somewhere. So those socks would be great for that. All right.
I tend
Ooh,
to
so
not
do I
think
like it.
about too far ahead on what your guys' challenges are. I just sort of pay attention to like the month I'm in and the month that's coming up. When we
Yeah,
get
me
close
too.
to the end of the month we're in. Otherwise, I'd get too excited and I wouldn't be able to wait, right?
I know, but that's like
Excuse me.
Sally. She's casting on. Oh,
Um,
I don't think I can, Sally. See, oh, I don't think I can because I've tried to share my screen and I can't. It it won't let me. I don't know. Yeah, see it. Can you see anything?
no.
Yeah, and it's not Ravelry anyways. It's I don't think. Okay, let me try it again. Yeah, no, because I've got
If you have a share screen, you would push the button to share your screen, but then a different menu would pop up to make sure you're picking the right screen to share.
yeah, and then it
Yeah.
just comes
Uh,
up with all these, the triangles with the exclamation mark, like
yes.
warning or something.
Okay. So then, yeah, I mean, you're also kind of going through Zoom straight to YouTube. So, like, I don't know how that's going to affect things. It could not. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I need to get somebody to show me how I can fix that.
Hmm.
Because
Hmm.
you guys are just gonna have to go look them up. I'm sorry. I wish I could share them.
Twisted
What's the
Toadstool.
toadstool? Oh, that's the one you want me to look up?
Yeah.
It's the toadstool.
Well, I'm
Okay.
going to show everybody else, but
I could look it up on my phone and I could show you these ones too. Let me see.
ah, no phone. Stop mucking around.
Okay.
Want to see about what I get excited about crafting?
I'm just gonna cheat. I just took a screenshot. Can you see this?
Yeah. Angled down. So the front of your screen is so that
Oh,
you're, yeah, the other way that reduces your glare because you're not triggering the cameras. Well, those are cute socks.
yeah. You see
I I do
there.
not have the ability to share screens. But the Twisted Toadstool is a crocheted hat.
Oh, that looks cool.
Yeah,
So were
yeah.
you making that?
I want to I want to very much.
Oh yeah.
I want to make this ginormous hat.
Oh, I love that.
Ginormous hat.
Perfect summer.
Well, I want to do it in fall colors, like a fall
Oh,
toadstool hat.
yeah.
Because of
Oh.
course I do.
So back to the sock here. So Lynn's knitting it. So she said the cuff is doubled.
Enough with
Oh,
your giant crochet hats,
so
Jocelyn.
you can fold
Sucks.
it over at row 29 or stitch after. Oh, okay. It looked like what I put the picture I saw. It looked like it was a rolled brim. A rolled brim, rolled cuff. Um, anyway, that's okay. So cuff is doubled like a picot. That's awesome. So like a sewn hem. Hi, Susanna. You're not late at all.
No, you're good.
And Lynn says they would do for Cable Month too. Night. Yeah, they're so fun. I love that texture. Wow. Yeah.
That's insane.
Oh, Liz is thinking about Cable Month as well. She says, Sally, I want yarn for my cable sock, but cannot pull up the pattern. Oh, shoot. How come? Hi, Jude. Oh, see, look, Jude knows. She says texture knitting is October
Very
and
good.
cables is August. Oh, she checked Cheryl's Facebook page or post. Good, good, good.
But again, I never really lack for casting on projects. I always have a lot in the back of my brain where it's like, oh, that'd be fun to do. That I just sort of sits around back there until I have a reason to do
Yeah.
it.
Oh, so was Ravelry having glitches today? Liz, so
A
Liz,
lot of tech was having glitches today.
oh, okay. So yeah, you said that right when we started that.
Yeah, a lot of one of the very, very, very big um cybersecurity firms
Mm-hmm.
didn't update correctly, so they had a software malfunction,
Uh-oh.
and it shut down. Like the CBC had to find a workaround because when you turned on your computer, if your company or you had that specific software,
Yeah.
you could receive the blue screen of death, where your computer was broken for a while until they corrected the update, and then you corrected it and had a update done on your computer. So like
Oh
it was
dear.
a huge chunk of tech issues earlier today. So I'm not shocked if
Oh,
there's ripple effects from that.
okay, then
Yeah,
that makes
because
sense.
I
That makes
everyone was
sense.
just like, well, but it's not what I use. I'm like, well, yes, but you're using the internet. Odds are good you're going to be accessing something that
Yeah,
does use it.
yeah. So maybe that's what Liz was having trouble with, and
Stock
Sally
market
said,
didn't update properly.
"Oh,
Banks were down today. Airplanes got canceled in the States this morning. Because again, everybody like woke up to the problem, right?
oh dear."
Yeah, so
Um,
I listened in delightful glee and went, now everyone knows how I feel because gremlins in the machine.
oh, yeah, Liz says it wasn't transferring to Nick Companion. So
I
yeah.
wouldn't be shocked if there was minor tech issues for the next few days. Because they're gonna have a ripple effect, right?
Oh, yeah, Liz says that glitch might explain the problem.
Yeah. There's gonna because
Oh,
we don't know.
oh, and Jude.
Nor necessarily do we need to. Like, not being able to do a thing on Ravelry for half a day is not going to kill us.
No, but Jude just typed in a comment. She said doctors and hospitals were affected here, as were schools,
Yep.
airports.
Oh yeah, no, it was
That stuff.
Ravelry is the least of the problem. Like it's going to be weeks for them to clear out the backlog from
Yeah,
the airplanes that would
yeah,
have been grounded.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah, it's going to take them ages to clear that out.
Uh-oh. Yeah,
So
that's unfortunate.
somebody's head's going to roll for that mistake. Is what that's going to be,
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good.
which seems terribly unfair because
Hmm.
it could have just honestly just been something went sideways,
Yes, as they do. I mean,
as they do.
yep, yep. Oh well, well,
I
I decided though I'm gonna start using Stitch Companion. We
You're
were
trying to
talking
companion?
Knit Companion, yeah, Knit
Yeah,
Companion. Oh, and Stitch does anybody use Stitch Fiddle for designing?
I do.
Do you?
Oh yeah, all the time.
You okay, so you like it
Oh,
then,
oh
obviously.
yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
It lets me literally, I think of a picture of color work in my head. I could go put it on a thing, save it under a name, and then leave it there till the right pattern comes along for the picture.
Ah,
I
okay.
can do lace charts, and then I can invert the colors so that they're dark screen friendly.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. No, I love Stitch Fiddle.
Okay. Yeah, I played around with it like years ago, but hadn't done too much with it. Anyways, yes. So Knit Companion is something because we were talking about that a couple weeks ago, probably. And I'm
We'll give it a
going
shot.
to give it a go again. Yeah. I think I tried it once, like 100 years ago, and then never again. So I'm gonna do it again.
Okay. And a little
Oh,
bit updates and changes.
Liz said I saw a post about the airports and it didn't connect to my brain. My brain internet might have my brain might have had a glitch today. Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
see,
it's
and
hard because you think airplanes, right? But they're connected to the internet.
I
All of the
suppose
schedules are done
well,
via internet.
this afternoon I saw a lady who was here from Vancouver, and I didn't click into what she was saying. She just said that they're flying out tomorrow to go home, and she just said, "Yep." And so far, our flight is on time or scheduled or is flying or something. And but I just thought it was because like we'd had like one carrier had been on strike a couple of weeks ago, and that put things all, with
Uh,
the airlines
yeah.
just always seem to be, you're always hearing stories about flights getting canceled last minute or whatever. So that's, I just kind of assumed she was just talking about the general airline situation, but maybe she was talking about this specific
Possible?
one.
Possible?
Oh,
Yeah, it's
okay.
just
Well, yeah,
there's a
Sally
lot of
says she always uses Knit Companion, and Liz loves Knit Companion. Okay, then yeah, I need to give it a try
excellent.
again, because I think I would really like it as well. I think at the time when I had tried it, I don't know, I probably just tried it quickly and just really didn't give it a fair learning curve to figure it all out. And I was just probably like, ah, forget it. I'll just print out my paper patterns and carry them with me, right? Um,
Yeah.
so that was
Well, I
probably,
mean, I spent the last 3 months investigating different types of film editing software because the one we've been with for a while, it's been a couple of years. So does it still fit us? Does it not fit us? Is
Mhm,
there something that would be a better fit for the podcast?
mhm.
I spent 3 months doing that for us to decide yesterday that we're gonna stay where we are.
Oh, well, you
Uh,
don't know
you
until
got to
you're
do the work.
it, right?
You got to
So
do
yeah,
the
but I think
work.
now that I never ever
Ooh, I
print
saw
off
it.
patterns anymore. So I think I need to revisit Knit Companion. I think it will be make my life a whole lot easier if I just take a day to kind of figure out and play around with it. Oh, good stuff. So,
Cookie.
oh, I am so looking forward to a weekend filled with knitting. This is my start. This is I hadn't, yeah, I didn't even knit this morning. It was a busy day around
Wow.
here. So I am just super happy to be able to have this Friday night to just sit and knit.
I
And
did some crochet work this afternoon and some
did
sewing.
you? Nice. I was chatting with a
That was
lady
my phone.
today, popped into a quilt store, and we got talking about English paper piecing. Like,
I do
oh,
want to try that.
that
I do want to try that.
I know. And I really enjoyed it when I did it a number of years ago, and I haven't done it since.
Pardon me, I'm gonna reach for my phone.
But now after seeing, she brought out some samples and was showing me a bunch of things. And I'm like, oh, I maybe gonna have to find some time to play around with that again.
Oh, I've never done it. I've looked at different patterns and stuff and been like,
Oh, it's
I
fun.
think I would really enjoy that.
I think you would. I think you would.
I think I would really enjoy that.
Oh, Jude wants cookies now. You mentioned cookies.
Sorry. I have cookies.
It's always a good time for cookies. Actually, ice cream. I had a strawberry milkshake the other night, and I'm like, oh my
Ooh.
gosh, that was so good.
We so Erin of Fireweed Fiber Co. came over, which is what happens when you're friends with dyers. Um, and she's like, okay, I'm gonna pick up like smoothies or milkshakes before I come over. Where should I
Yeah.
go? I was like, okay, you got to go to the Mighty Kiwi. It's a
Oh,
vegan. It's, it's not fully vegan, but they have like plant-based heavy
yep, yep,
menu, but they
yep.
have really good smoothies and they're dairy free because they use almond milk or oat
Oh,
milk, right? So
okay.
like they're
Gotcha.
Jocelyn friendly because they're fresh ingredients and plant-based milk. So I was like, can you get me the bikini bottom one? She's just like, why? I'm like, because it's the pineapple mango one.
Ooh, yummy.
with spirulina, which turns it really green, but that's okay. That's not the point. The point is it's a very nice, not super, super sweet smoothie. So we had smoothies today while we were sewing. It was super, super
Nice.
good. Though that I had to be like, okay, now we get to be extra, extra paranoid. There's I'm like, why? What are we being paranoid about now? I'm like, because there is a massive Canada-wide recall on a lot of plant-based milks
Yes.
from two very specific brands, so we cannot have those brands. So if they are not using those brands for those milks, we can't do smoothies. She went, okay, they were using a different brand, but huge recall. And I'm like, and there's no way everybody's caught up to it yet. So like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
just be careful, right? So I'm like, it makes me paranoid, but you work for yourself and I work for myself. And we are the sole breadwinners of our families, like of the people we care for, the people we live with. In my case, my cat. It's me. It's me or it doesn't happen. So like I can't afford to take yet another 2 weeks off work this month if I get really sick.
Yeah. No, I know. That's a definite consideration.
They were really good smoothies. Super tasty.
Sally's reminding me that Nitty Natty has a tutorial on Knit Companion.
Oh, that could be helpful.
That would be super helpful.
Really helpful.
Oh, Liz, her friend hates paper piecing. See,
I
it has to be English paper piecing because they're paper piecing, they're two different things. I came to find out. So I might, if I said, yeah, English
you said
paper,
English paper piecing.
did I? Yeah, that's what I mean. Because I think other paper piecing is like bigger pieces and then they're like sewn, the edges are sewn together or I don't know, something. This is the English paper is one with the like the hexagon or the triangles and the shapes and I don't, that's
Tiny.
I'm not super my quilting stuff I don't really know. That's the only reason that's the only difference I know between them. And I know they're different. Mary, have you ever had trouble with a simple pattern only to rip it out a few times and start another pattern?
Yes.
I've had to rip the second one out too. Now I'm blaming the yarn. Totally
Yes.
blame the yarn. I'm sure it's not user error
Exactly.
at all. Or
I have had problems with my own patterns while staring at the pattern and going, what did I write? Full well knowing the pattern's been tested. It is in English. My brain's not making any sense of it. What totally can happen.
well, which pattern? Mary, did you say yeah, okay. Yes, I know. It totally can happen.
Oh yeah. Easy,
Liz
easy peasy.
Liz says she's blamed the yarn too. I know. It's a it's a
As you should.
it's
Blame
a
the yarn.
thing. I know sometimes you just like not in sync with your mood, the pattern. It just doesn't all line
Something's
up.
off and it just
Yeah,
doesn't line up. Yeah.
yeah. You just have to set it aside and try something else. Oh, Mary, did you get all your pumpkins done? You had them
Oh
all
good.
made and stuffed, right? You just had like the little leaf
Yeah.
and the stem, all the little embellishing parts. Have you worked on
Cool.
that at all?
Right, even just getting the pumpkins done, that's a big accomplishment.
That's a huge, yeah. Oh, I've got, yeah, I'm just thinking here now that I'm thinking I should be working on some socks this weekend.
I figured I should put a bit of work in on the body for this. Scrappy V, I haven't put any work on
Yeah.
it into it in a while. And the
I,
sleeves are already done, so once I finish the body, I'm finished.
yay, I like that. Somebody asked on the Fiber Friends about who does, or if they could, if it was possible to do a top-down sweater, divide for the arms, and then just carry it on with the arms.
Yeah.
And um, and a few people said that, oh, sorry guys, I bumped the
All
stand
right.
here.
Phaedra's sleeping behind the computer monitor. I offer no guarantees on stability.
Um, yeah,
I think
so
that's where she is. She got her nails trimmed today, so I don't want to poke her anymore today.
oh, so
We've already been tortured.
poor girl. But yeah, so about doing the sleeves first before the body. And sometimes I like doing that because then it just feels like once you get those sleeves done, then the body's just round and round and round, and it can just whip through that so quick, and then you're done.
Yeah, because I think I went down
Brian.
maybe 4 or 5 inches on the body for this, and then I did the sleeves. I very specifically did the sleeves because I wanted a very set length, and I want my stripes to match my
Okay, yeah,
top as everybody. I mean, not identical because body shapes are weird, but match-ish where the stripes stop and start across the
matchish.
whole
I like
thing.
that.
So
I like that matchish.
ish, ish,
I
close
like
enough.
it.
It'll work. So I did the sleeves first because I only have one skein of each color for this project.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That makes sense. So, Brian, what are you knitting tonight? Are you designing
How in
anything,
the world
or
did
what are
I?
you working on? Oh, Mary, they're not stuffed yet. That's all right. Lots of time. It's not till the end of September, right? That you need them? You got 2 whole months in a bit.
Why? Why? There we go. I'm like, there's no way for you to have gotten twisted. This is just not a thing you could do there, Yarn. Come along
Oh,
now.
want a bet? Want a bet? Yarn can twist any which way at any moment in
It was
time.
trying to convince me that it had twisted itself around and through my headphones
Oh,
when I have not taken my headphones off yet, so there has been no elevation or change of the cord.
yeah, that would be tricky. That would be tricky, but I don't know. I still wouldn't put it past it.
It had the
It
cord
happens.
wound up at an odd angle and it like to pretend so when she pulled the cord loop out, it was fine.
So,
Oh my
Jocelyn,
goodness. I'm with you.
have you decided on any holiday knitting this year?
Yes.
Have
Will I
you
get to it? I
started?
don't know.
You have
Don't
ambitious
know.
goals?
When don't I have ambitious goals?
That's true. That's
Have
true.
we met
You
me?
always
I'm like, let's pile more on. What's the worst that can happen? No one's gonna die if I don't finish this knitting project. It's fine. It's fine. Yes. The YouTuber Alt Knots is doing a countdown to Halloween crochet along,
yes.
and she's doing a throw blanket. And well, I don't have black yarn or slime green yarn to go with like her specific design. She did say in her announcement video that if you wanted to join along but just wanted to do like a striped quarter to quarter throw, that was
Yeah.
totally cool because like it's not going to be for everyone. The point is to join in for 100 days and work on the same project together.
Okay.
So I'm absolutely going to start that. Mine's just going to be a striped quarter to quarter to blanket. Guys, I have a lot of yarn. Perhaps not
Really?
Louise levels of yarn.
Hope not.
It's a lot of yarn. A lot of yarn. And of course, then I'm telling Erin, she's like, "Well, that's nothing." I'm like, "I'm not a dyer. I am not a dyer of yarn. You have to keep in mind I don't run a store out of my house. I technically do not require as much yarn as you do in a day. It's not how I make my livelihood. For a personal collection, it's getting up there."
Yeah, I know. Then it gets to be a point where you're like, ooh, I really need to start knitting some of this.
I need to downsize so I can put more in it.
Exactly.
So there'll be a lot more scrap plastic. But I figure if I do the striped version, like if I just do a striped quarter to quarter blanket, that'll let me eat up a lot of acrylic scraps. And then I can have a really nice, pretty striped throw for my rocking chair.
Oh, that's nice.
So I figure I'll do that instead. And then of course I need to make little amigurumi Halloween things for my Christmas tree. I want to make
Yes, your Halloween tree.
my Halloween tree. I want to finish making the Jack and Sally stuffy collection that I started a couple of years ago. I've got uh the dog, whose name I can never remember. I have Oogie Boogie, but I need Jack and I need Sally because it's part of the crochet collection I have.
Okay. Okay.
I want to make that twisted toadstool.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Because would that not be an epic Halloween hat?
It would. What color would you do? Black? Would you do purple?
I think I would probably go with browns and reds into like that foresty color range.
Okay. Yeah. Well, guess what? You guys will be so super proud of me. I have only been in Michael's twice in about the last 3 months,
Ooh, wow.
which is
I mean, if you went this week, you
un
saw the Halloween stuff.
unheard. I was there today and I walked
Halloween stuff.
in
Amazing.
and yeah, Halloween, full,
Everywhere.
all Halloween,
I think
all Halloween.
I started seeing the Instagram reel where they start singing and dancing about, how everyone says it's too early for Halloween, but it's July the 5th and Michael's has it out, so it's Halloween. I'm like, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Well, and
Michael's puts it out pretty early.
the
And I
last
appreciate it.
last time I was in there was, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago, and
Too
fall
much
had
lotion.
arrived. It was
Too much
orange,
lotion.
it was pumpkins, there was fall colored ribbons, like fall.
Stores are, I think they plan by the time you see a season change, the next season's season change is already planned and orders are out to warehouses
Well,
and distributors.
I was really, it was interesting to see all the Halloween colors for this year. There was
And there's some
there's
good ones.
summer Halloween colors. There's magenta. There
Okay.
was like bubblegum pink and
Yeah.
yellow.
Pair that with a black or a really
Yeah.
dark gray.
Well, there was no black with it. It was just the bright
Oh,
colors. Yeah,
no,
it's something totally
I
different.
need I need to magically live in Canada and yet also have access to a brick and mortar Joann's and Hirschbergers.
Yeah, uh-huh.
If we could figure out how to swing that, but stay Canadian, that'd be great. Probably involves moving somewhere that I couldn't even remotely afford, even if I had a six-figure salary, but that's not the point. Because Hirsch Burgers has beautiful sparkly Halloween yarn. There's no
Oh,
way I'm going to be able to get my hands on that. And
oh,
Joann's has amazing big twist acrylic yarn, which
yeah.
also had some really good jewel toned fall earthy
Oh, nice.
colors and with
Yeah.
some Halloween colors and stuff. And I was just like, man, let's sigh.
Look at this. I'm
Let's sigh.
almost back to where I was when I pulled it out last week.
My best bet for Halloween yarn right now is this slime green that Karen sent me from Germany.
Ooh, I love it. That is Halloweeny.
It is Halloween. So it needs a partner and it needs a project.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm like, ooh, if I got me a couple of skeins of black fingering, like a sparkly black or like a gray black fade sort of
Yeah,
situation.
that would be fun.
This would be very pretty in a shawl. I have no
Well,
business casting on another shawl.
yeah. If it makes you happy.
It's fine. It
Liz
does
said,
make me happy.
well, Michael's project margin must have dropped significantly. You know what? It most definitely would have. But yeah, I know I have not been in months, and I think the last time I went, I needed a knitting needle, and I bought a knitting needle again today because I always seem to need needles either on a Sunday or after 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock or whenever all the actual yarn shops are closed in town. So Michael's it is. But Lynn says she's saving herself for Knit City, Calgary.
Oh yeah, that's going on shortly too, isn't it?
When is that, Lynn? I saw a
Is it
couple emails.
August?
Oh, that'll
I
be
remember I'd forgotten about
fun.
it, and then I was watching Cozy Up Knits, and they were saying how they weren't going to be there because it's summertime, so like they take their kids camping and stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so they would be focusing it on that, which when you're a parent with small kids, I mean, that
Yep,
makes sense.
that does.
It's quite a thing that happens. But I was like, all right.
Well, that is so exciting. Oh my
I'll
gosh.
probably
We
never
had
go.
so much fun at Knit City, Toronto. It
Like I
was,
can see myself going to a Knit City Toronto or a Knit City Montreal at some point,
yeah,
but
yep.
probably not a Knit City Calgary. Like if I'm gonna be traveling, I'd probably go east. I did Knit City Vancouver once and it was okay. That was fun.
Yes. That would be fun to go to. Yeah.
That was
Oh, I
fun.
just want to do them all. Someday.
It's a
Someday.
lot. I want to do Rhineback. I want to do like
Oh, yeah.
some of the bigger ones in the States. I'm gonna go do that.
Some year. Oh, some year. Okay, this is perfect timing. I should think about this right now. The Maryland Sheep and
Sheep
Wool
and Festal, yeah.
is my birthday weekend.
Well, one year you should go for your birthday.
I know, but I never think
Oh,
about it in time until it's already the first weekend in May, and it's like, oh yeah, here it is. It's
that's the
it's right
thing.
around again.
I could have done. Well, I keep eyeballing like maybe I should go to the super summer knit event that the knit girls do. And then my brain goes, dude, you hate the heat here. You want to go to Texas in the summer? Or are you out of your mind?
I
So I
have
don't go.
I have two friends who do that,
But I'm
and
I'm so tempted because it's not a big one. It's not meant to be huge. It's meant to stay small. So like
yeah.
I would get to interact with a lot of people. They would be a lot of different people.
Mhm.
But when you take a look at the cost, there's not really much of a difference between going to Texas or going to, like Alberta for a wool
Okay.
weekend. I'm like, if I'm going to be paying darn near the same amount, I'd rather go to Texas. It's farther away. Does that make sense? Like I've been to Alberta. I've never been to Texas.
There you go. Get more bang for your buck, right?
And I
Yeah.
mean, then I could visit an old university friend who
Yeah.
is Texas. He came up here to do university, and was delightfully adopted by a sea of girls and me, because he walked in the first day in his bomber winter coat, and he wasn't sure how he was going to make it the rest of the term. And we went, "Oh, sweetie,
Actually, Mary,
we're just going
that
to adopt
sounds more accurate. Yes. Mary thing, SSK is in Nashville, Tennessee.
you." Is it in Tennessee? Okay.
Yes, and that does
Still, I
that
haven't been to Tennessee either,
yeah, that
so like I
sounds.
would go to
I
either.
was
But
thinking, yeah, I'm thinking, oh, Carrie and
but
Linda have been to, but yeah, Tennessee. That sounds
Tennessee,
right. Oh,
it's still someplace I've never been.
yeah. Well, put it on your list.
But then you hear about the yarn pub crawls that happened in some state cities, and you're just like, can I go for a weekend of yarn pub
Wouldn't
crawls?
that be
Like you
fun?
do a yarn crawl, like I would do that. I would
Oh,
so do that.
Lynn's got a good point. She says, I hate paying the exchange. Yeah,
Everybody's gonna hate paying the exchange. That's
yeah.
fine. I don't mind. I don't
It's
I
one of
don't
those
mind.
things. Yeah, you
Yeah.
just have to budget it in there,
Yeah.
and you
You're
just,
either paying for the exchange, the price of the yarn once it's gotten here, or you're paying for the exchange at the border. Either way, you're paying.
yeah. So,
Because we don't really make yarn here.
yeah.
We do have some, I think there's a handful of small mills that still spin, and there's Springs a Little, it's a big one. But your superwash merino, it's not coming from Canada. It's coming from the States, and it's coming from like Europe. So like you're already paying the exchange rate.
When you look at it that way, yeah.
Yeah. So it's just how you choose to pay the exchange rate, right? Or knitting or Vogue knitting. I'd love to do a Vogue knitting. Like a
Mm,
Vogue knitting in New York. Like, oh yeah.
that would be
I would
so
have to mail myself stuff home. I just know it because then I'd be like, oh, and then there's the whole fashion district in New York that's attached to the theater district. Can you imagine how much trouble I could get into in all of those fabric stores?
fun.
Oh lordy. It would be
So
bad. It would be
Louise,
bad.
yes, you're right. So Louise is saying SSK is a lottery system.
Yeah, you put
And
in, and then if you get pulled, you get to go.
yes,
But I don't have the money set aside to go. I'd have to actually get firm numbers, then save up for it. I can't, my budgets don't allow me to do those sorts of things. I can't
mm,
have that kind of
okay.
flexibility in my thing. Like, say I want to commit to a knit city, Toronto, I would have had to have made the decision during this year's Knit City for a Knit City 2 years from now. Like they are
Well,
not. I
I
don't
think
have the space to do it on any shorter of a time frame.
I think most people are like that though, right? You're talking like a big travel commitment. You need to
You need to
start
budget for those
planning
things,
and
yeah.
budgeting,
It's the other
saving.
thing that holds me back, as I'd hate to budget and plan for it and then not get to do it.
Yeah. But I mean, maybe
Yeah.
you budget and you plan for it, and if you don't get in, like at the SSK,
Imagine all the
you
extra
just
steps.
or you just go and hit some yarn
Well,
stuff.
there's some perks. Like getting in and getting in on site means I don't need a helper to get from where I'm staying to where I'm going. I don't need to
Yeah.
have extra transportation because there is no renting cars for me. There is no, I can't stay outside and drive in. I'm blind. That's,
Hmm. Hmm.
I have to then account for cab fare. Like, so it's just like there's some ways
Yeah.
make it easier than
Got it.
others. Like, I know if I did a Knit City Toronto, it was the same way it's like when we did Knit City Vancouver, we waited and saved, and I sat on the booking for the
Mhm.
hotel so that we were at the hotel right next door to the PNG.
Yeah.
Not because it was the cheapest, but because Diana then felt safe letting me figure out how to get back and forth on my own because I was
Yeah.
only crossing one street in a city I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's a
And
big
my
concern.
vision was better at the time. Like, I have been very explicitly told I am not allowed onto the streets of Toronto anymore on my own.
Yeah, probably a good idea. Good idea.
I I am in very large danger of being hit by a car here, and I know this city.
Yeah,
Probably
Louise,
a good
let us
idea not
know.
to let me out. So like there's things I have to keep in mind because of the visual impairment. I also there's things like
Right.
I can't really fly on my own that well. So if I'm flying and I'm by myself, a member of staff is helping me. I'm
Hmm.
tying up resources in an industry that's already way too thin on the ground for people as it is. So I'm very careful about how I choose to travel.
Yep.
And when I
Yep.
choose to travel and what I choose to save for. And I'd be disappointed. Like if I saved for SSK and I didn't get it, yeah, that money's there. I could go somewhere else, absolutely. But that's not what
Mhm.
I saved it for. I saved it for that trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess that's the chance you take, right? If you're
Yeah.
saving
Oh yeah.
that show,
Yeah.
there's a chance. But my friends Carrie and Linda, they both got in,
I think
which
it just sounds delightful.
yeah, which was amazing.
Uh,
Pretty slim odds of that happening. So that's fun. Oh,
the
okay,
same
so I
with
thought Brian a while back. Brian said he's designing, I think it was a shawl.
woohoo.
Yeah. If you're still hanging out listening to us, I'd love to know some more details. What weight of yarn? What
Sweet.
shape is it?
We got lace, we got cables, we color work, we mosaic,
Yeah.
or we Estonian
Yeah.
lace. Like what's the deets?
And
What's the
do you
deets?
sell your patterns, Brian, or do you just design and knit
Yes.
for yourself, or is it something that we
Yes.
can go look on Ravelry?
Yeah, we started following this oh no, I don't even remember the lady's name. Beautiful crochet things. Just stunning works of art. She
Yeah.
only sells the finished product. She does not sell
Oh.
patterns. But she designed and did this glory like $300 hats. Like $350 hats. Like
Oh.
ooh, way more than I could ever afford to do in my lifetime. And she's like, oh, but it was inspired off of this hat and this hat. And I'm like, oh, I own those patterns. I could do my own inspired by situation here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm tempted because I could use a new witch hat.
Oh,
I
so I
don't
love
have
it.
time.
You've got three knitters from Calgary in the chat.
Oh, cool. I
That's
think
fun.
Calgary, Nate City, Calgary is probably the one I will never do. I will
So I want
probably
to know.
never go.
So Lynn's going to Knit City, Calgary. Jojo knits. Jojo, are you going to Knit City, Calgary? Susanna, I think, said she was not. Oh, it's warm. Susanna said it's 32 degrees.
Yeah, right across the prairies. It's hot.
Yikes. I'm glad
It's
we've had a
just
bit of a
hot.
reprieve. Oh, Liz, my big adventure this year will be Heartland Yarn Adventure, which is July 26th to August 4th. We'll
Well,
probably
maybe
only hit
not.
a few shops in Michigan. Oh, so is that like the yarn crawl Jocelyn was just talking about?
Possible.
Or is it like just
Come on now.
um
If I'm saving for a trip, I'm gonna save to do a 14-day knitting tour in Ireland. Come on now. We all know
oh,
me.
that
Then
would
I
be
will
awesome.
never come home because I will not want to do that airplane ride twice.
Um, what did I was just gonna say? Oh yeah, Susanna says she's not going to Knit of Calgary. And that's fine. Some people like I was actually surprised. We were talking about next year because Mark and I went to Knit City Toronto, right? And we loved it so much.
Yeah,
And we're like, okay, we are like need to start thinking about Knit City Montreal next year.
yeah.
So I asked a couple of girls that we do knit night with once a week, and I'm like, okay, it's like we need to plan, we need to get like a big suite, and then um somebody was like, well, actually, a couple people were like, yeah, I don't know. I don't think so, um, and they're just like, nope, those are like shows are just like way too big, and it's just too many people. And I thought, oh, that's actually a good point, for some people that
It might
maybe
be too much.
just be too, yeah, too overwhelming, too many people, just too. And which is totally fair, right? And sometimes the smaller shows maybe just, yeah, suit some other people's preferences. Oh, Brian's giving us all the details. Okay,
Oh,
it's
good.
top down triangle
I
with
like these words.
texture with worsted weight yarn on
Okay.
size 10 needles. I write them down
That's
on
a
my
loose gauge. Woohoo.
oh nice.
So size 10? What is that in
Very
millimeters?
Tracy.
Oh man, internet, what is a size 10 knitting needle in millimeters?
I keep saying I'm gonna like write that out and post it on my wall because
Oh
I
my
can never.
goodness, never remember.
Somebody will tell us here shortly, I'm sure.
Oh, I hope so. My
Oh,
eyes
maybe
are
our
too
bits and
tired.
pieces coming to Chicago. Quite possibly. Quite possibly. Noelle and Kelly.
I didn't even do that yet.
Oh, Louise, Susanna is going. What did I read? No, oh, she said no, I am going. And I'm just like, no, and then
Read
I'm
the
not.
no part. Yeah.
Susanna is going. All right. Sorry, I saw no. And I thought, anyways, that was like, no, Louise, you're wrong. Yes, I am going. 6 millimeter. Okay, so yeah, so still nice and drapey.
Worsted on a six
Yeah.
millimeter would be tight. I'd have to go up to a 7.
Okay, so okay, and he's knitting
That's
in
well, that's because
acrylic.
worsted weight sweater gauge for me is a 6 millimeter on
Okay. Oh
average.
wow. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Brian said 6 millimeter.
Yeah. So number 10 is a 6 millimeter. Okay. Means I could knit it on a 7 or an 8,
Yeah.
depending on the gauge.
Hmm.
I'm not buying any more
Okay.
worsted yarn, guys. Just watch the video. I'm not. I have so much worsted weight yarn.
So Mary, okay, so Chicago, what is Chicago? Is that a Vogue Knit City? No, not Knit City. Yeah, Vogue. Is that a Vogue knitting show? Which one's in Chicago? And so Mary said she's going to Allegan to the Michigan Fiber Festival. That is
Ooh,
exciting.
that could be fun. I
Oh,
guess
Liz,
was it?
okay, so her yarn crawl, she said it's yarn shops in Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, and Kentucky. You buy a passport and visit the stores. Oh my gosh. Okay, so are
Okay,
you going out of state, Liz?
that's a lot. I
That
mean, that
is.
sounds epic, but that's a lot.
That is awesome. I want to go to Kentucky just to go to a yarn shop because I
I want to
could.
do that as a road trip with Diana, because that would be delightful to watch her try to figure out how to get around that many cities she doesn't know.
That would be that's amazing. I love that. I just assumed, Liz, that it was, well, like within your state or maybe within your city or the next, like yeah, probably within the city. But multiple states, there's been a lot of planning put in together to get that all set up.
Yep.
That is amazing. Oh, Suzanne, yes, I'm going to Calgary Net City, downtown Calgary. Wonderful. All right, you ladies are going to have to report back then.
Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be a
Fun.
great deal of fun. Like I've been watching the stuff going up, right? I'm like, oh, that'd be fun. But
Yeah.
I was in Bigger in May. Was Bigger Saskatchewan May? It was a
Mhm.
smaller fiber festival and thoroughly enjoyed myself. And I'm back up because there's a new one in Saskatoon in October.
Oh, nice.
So like obviously I'll go to that one because my parents are in Saskatoon.
Yeah. Well, that works out well for you. That's
So that
great.
works out really great. Yeah.
Oh,
It's
JoJo Nick is going as well. All right.
conveniently, the festival in Saskatoon in October is located in the same church complex my dad works at. So I can see my dad's workplace. No, I don't remember the name of it. It's his first year. I truly don't. I truly don't. Uh, I mean, it doesn't help. I think Erin may have mentioned it once. Otherwise, she's like, "We're going to Saskatoon in October," and I went, "Okay, what are we doing?"
That's right, Mary. Okay, yes, Kelly and Noel did that last year too, where they go meet with different podcasters. Not sure if they still have classes, and they visit several yarn shops. Yes, I know. I can't. Oh, I know it's on the tip of my tongue. Yes, you're right. That's fun. Oh, yeah, so no rain, so that's. Oh, we should meet at. Oh, look at that. Suzanne is saying that the three of you should meet at the Ancient Arts yarn booth.
I
That would
love
be fun.
ancient art yarns.
Oh, Liz says 84 stores, and we'll visit the ones in Southwest Michigan, technically out of state, but I live very close to Michigan border.
84 stores? That's
Oh,
so many stores.
that is amazing. So how long did you say that's going on for? 84 stores. Is it feasible to hit all of them? Oh, could you
I
imagine?
mean, with a slightly
Sure.
heavy foot and some caffeine, probably.
Just be a zip in and out. Show me your sock yarn. Okay, I'm out of here. On to the next one. Oh wow, that is fun. I love that. All these fun things that people do. Okay, yeah, so Chicago
Sorry,
isn't
guys, there was a
where we meet
second
up.
cookie. I had to eat it.
No classes, but they do visit yarn stores. Right. Nice.
I always feel mixed about yarn classes. Like they sound like fun,
Mhm.
but I would have to be sitting up in the front row and I would be pestering to have the work come close to my face to even have a hope of seeing what it
Oh,
is they're trying to show.
yeah.
So I was like, I don't, it's probably not for me. It's
That's
probably
fair.
not for me.
Oh, Louise said that, okay, she says, I think we should meet at the door so we don't get distracted by other booths.
Well, if
Right?
the uh Diana Louise drama was anything to tell by for Knit City, that may be wise.
We kept missing each other. We would walk by Erin's booth and I'm like, Diana's not in there. And um w then Diana texted me and she's like, I'm at the booth. And we were out having some food or just sitting down and having a little snack. And then we walked back in and then Diana wasn't there. And I messaged her. She's like, oh, I just went into the bathroom. So yeah, it took us multiple times to try and connect.
Well, like she came to because she comes home for the Manitoba Fiber Festival most years, and everyone's like, "Oh, where's Diana? I don't know. She's wandering somewhere. I can't keep track of her there."
Well, I know it's just so there's so many booths, and it's just like there you might see
And
this and
she's
that,
she's
and
off.
like yeah, it's like oh, I'll just go see this and I'll be back. I know. But that's the whole, I mean, that's the fun of the shows, right? It's all, but oh, so good. Oh, this has 1 week. Fairly impossible to visit all the stores. Yeah. To go from Michigan to Kentucky in 1 week.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you could choose the ones that you really want to hit based off of their web
Yeah.
stores or their,
Mary says caffeine, heavy foot, and a huge charge account. That's right. Get a brand new credit card just for 84 yarn shops.
you're going to be putting a dent into it, that's for sure. Oh, Phoebe.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right, I'm out of cookies. I can't eat any more cookies.
No cookies. Oh
I'm
no.
out. I ate the cookies that were here. They're
You know
gone
what?
now.
I'm thinking I think I need ice cream. Kick off the weekend.
I had ice cream last weekend. This
Yeah.
weekend, I'm thinking fruit smoothies or
Fruits,
I
well, fruit smoothies. Yeah, that's good too. But
have some plant-based yogurt in the fridge to eat. The experimental Tuesday this week for Patreon members was tofu cottage cheese.
oh,
So I tried making cottage cheese from yogurt and
yep.
tofu. It's
Oh
not
my
hard for
God.
me to find weird new food things to try. I have no idea what this is. Let's try it.
I am so close.
You're so close.
Finally having everything that I ripped out last weekend knit back up again.
I have a long way to go.
Just a little bit.
So much knitting.
This is
But it
gonna make,
looks really good on. So
well, that's good.
I did a fit test. Yeah, because the armpit is here. I have this much body knit. And you're probably thinking, Jocelyn, that's a lot of body. It is. I need 22 inches of body. I need like 20 to 22 inches of body. So 20 inches, this is not.
But you're getting there. You're getting
I'm
there.
getting there. Slow and steady.
Liz said, okay, I love how you guys are thinking how you can possibly get all the way to Kentucky and back. Or, well, you don't have to get back. You just have to get
You
there.
just have to get there in a week.
Liz said, I was thinking camper van so you could sleep in, sleep in a store parking lot. That's
Walmart
right.
lets you do that, doesn't it?
No, I mean, I don't think technically you're supposed to, but um, I know. Could you imagine? I'm just like thinking how you're plotting out your travel time, right? Like when you can drive, when you can drive and then sleep, drive a little more, sleep, and then like get yourself so you're ready when the store opens, you're there in their parking lot. Whoa, I'm still like boggled at 84 yarn shops.
Woohoo.
That's super exciting.
That's a lot of yarn shops.
That is a lot of yarn shops. Okay, so Liz, how many are you actually thinking of going to?
Ooh,
And
that's
you've
a good
got a
question.
week. So do in how many days? Like, are you just thinking you're going to take like one weekend or like both like Saturdays? Like, is it must, does it go Saturday to Saturday kind of thing? So you've got option of 2 Saturdays to go out.
Or is it a Sunday to Sunday?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah,
Who knows, right?
yeah. That is very fun.
Hmm.
Camper van. You could sleep in the parking lot and have a lot of room for yarn.
True. Very true.
Oh, that's fun. All this talk about fiber shows. That would be fantastic.
It's delightful. Don't get me wrong, guys. I'm just as happy to sit at home when I'm able to get outside and do things, but sit at home and have yarn arrive at my door. I'm just as happy.
and that is good and maybe better because then you don't get tempted by extra things and you just get,
Sure don't. Sure don't.
which is good and bad.
Uh,
Sometimes being tempted is kind of fun. But yes, I know. And the next fiber show that's coming up here, I can't go to.
Yeah, because
But
you're gone, right? Yeah, because we got to
I
do our
know.
check-in on the 31st.
That's right. That's right. Uh-oh. That's right.
Yeah.
That's the Wednesday night.
Do you remember
That's
what it is you're
right.
working on this month?
I
I
do.
do. It's cowls. I'm supposed to be working on cowls. Yeah, my goodness gracious. Will I get the patterns done? Who knows? Right now, I can tell you I know roughly how much yarn I have. There's
Okay,
so
so
much
how much?
yarn.
Are you going to tell us, or do we have to go watch the podcast?
I'm just shy of 370 full skeins of yarn. And I found two piles of yarn while I was recording just out. I'm just like, oh no, that's still not accurate. I'm still missing skeins I have to account for. I have a freaking large tote of plastic Tupperware tote that's just leftover 40 grain skeins or less of acrylic worsted.
Wow.
Yeah, just an acrylic worsted. I have a two-bedroom apartment. Guys, this apartment isn't even 700 square feet. Where do I fit in here? Not fit. Explains why it's a very full apartment. It explains why it's a very full
It
apartment.
must feel very cozy, is what I'm thinking.
It does, but I want to bring in new yarns, so that means old yarns gotta go. It's gotta
See,
go.
I'm very tempted to do that, like to, okay, so maybe oh, that's a lot of work though. I was just gonna
I
go,
broke it into sections. So I did this section of yarn and then this section of yarn. And I literally just made a Google Doc and I
yeah,
just started writing in by weight. Or if I had enough of what, look, I obviously had enough Fireweed Fiber Co. She was her own column.
I like that.
I had, but otherwise it was split like wool or cotton or acrylic and then fingering or sport or worsted. And I didn't get more specific than that because sometimes Aaron's worsted, sometimes Aaron's lighter. Just I was just like, or heavier, and I'm just like, no. Four main categories, and I just went for totals. How much do you weigh? Perfect. Write that down. Had all of the gram totals. Cool. Take that divided by 100. That's how many skeins of yarn I have. Done.
See, okay, so what should I do? So I was just thinking I
My
was gonna
minis
go,
had their own title. Mini box of doom. I gave them fun names.
see, I was going to just go around and like quickly count
Yeah, because
the
well, if
weight
you've got
balls.
100 gram skeins, then you could just count, right? But like
Yeah.
the impeccable yarn is like I think it's 110 or 108.
Oh, so I should, right? So I probably should weigh it to be more accurate.
Or look at the ball band because the ball band will tell you how many grams are
Yeah.
in the ball.
Yes.
And then
And
once you have it for the one company, that's that company's that worsted, that line, it'll all be the same. Because a Cascade worsted is 200, the Cascade 220 is 220 yards.
yeah. Well, I could do that. I could do that. And then, yeah, know how many 100-gram balls I have
It's
and
a
just check
scary
out.
number.
You had 370?
Yep, and I found more yarn. Staring at it right now. Stupid yarn. I'm aware that it's 8. Thank you for
At
telling
what
me.
at what point would the number be so high that you
Are
would,
your own yarn store?
yeah, would not want to mention it out loud?
Well, we think Erin starts dyeing her advent boxes and her advent fiber, which holy snickerdoodles, if you've not bought your advent calendar this year, I think a lot of people are closing out their pre-orders for that stuff or
Wow.
have already. Um,
Yeah.
she didn't blink at my total. She orders more yarn in one go than I have in my stash.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Well, she would have to.
She'd have to, right?
Yeah.
So, like her Advent yarn alone is a lot. Yes, I know it's 8. I get it. Did you know it's 8? Phaedra would like us to know it's 8. Because at
Well,
8 we get snacks.
ooh, yeah, that's important time. Don't want to miss that. Okay, well, maybe I will.
But definitely do it in chunks. Like break it down. Like don't try to do the whole thing all at once. Holy like cannoli. I could not have done it all at once. I had to break mine up into different sections. That is not a scratching post. That's my
Okay,
office chair.
I am motivated to do that now. Maybe that's what I
I
will
like
do for a
I
little bit.
like knowing, right? Like now I've got a Google Doc that I can refer to. And I go, okay, how much am I sitting on of this type of yarn?
So, okay, so tell me how you broke it down by yarn weight.
Yeah. And I only specified farther than yard weight if I had enough of one type or like one brand of yarn to make it
Yeah,
worthwhile. I have
yeah.
more than 40 skeins of Fireweed Fiber Co. She got her own column. All of the other fingering weight yarn is just under fingering weight yarn. Like, does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like my Brings
Okay.
and Little got its own section. I have 20 skeins of Brings and Little.
Oh yeah, easy, easy. Yeah,
So I'm like, it got its own
yeah.
section.
I don't
It also
know.
meant that when I went in to go count, I was only looking at that one thing. Like today I'm doing Briggs and Little. Like today I'm doing Aaron's urine. Today I'm doing the other fingering weight basis.
Yeah,
That
and
helped a ton.
All right. Well, maybe I
I know
will.
one of yours would be Patton's. Patton's Classic Wool. That has to be its own section.
That'll be its own section. Croy will be its own
Its own
section.
section. But it helps break down the tasks so that you're not like looking at your whole collection going, oh God, where do I start? You're like, no, I start with the croy. Pull the croy
Yeah.
out. It also means like as you pull out and put things away and you find things where they belong, which you absolutely are going to do because we
Yes.
all do it, you can be like, into the croy and to the
Yes.
croy total.
All right.
Excellent.
All right. Maybe that's exactly what I will do
I think that'd be fun.
right now, and we'll see. Yeah, actually. All right.
Also, take a moment and
Inspired.
eat a cookie after you give yourself that total.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna have to have.
It did definitely inspire me to frog a couple of projects I've been hanging on to for the last few years and let them go. I did set aside a bunch of yarn, which I didn't count for a donation. That's just going straight up the door. So I
Okay.
just that it did help me do that a lot and to have a much better idea of what it is I've got on my plate. The problem is now I actively know how much yarn's on my plate. I'm trying to find patterns that are going to work for what I need that also fit the yarn I currently have. I'm still gonna buy yarn. And I think like straight up at first, one of the first things I said was is I will be buying yarn. This is not going to prevent
Oh,
me from buying yarn. I'm not even contemplating that concept. Because
yeah.
I want that twisted toadstool hat. I do not have enough of any one color in acrylic to make that twisted toadstool
Right,
hat.
right, right.
Do I need to go buy anything other than the main color? Oh Lord, no. But I do need to go get the main color. Possibly the contrast color, depending on what main color I go with. But all of the extra bits, absolutely not. I totally have the colors I need here. It's super fine. Super fine.
Oh, all right. Well, now I'm all excited about.
I was fun. I enjoyed it. No, I mean, I talked with Asa while I was weighing yard. I talked with my mom while I was weighing yard. So, like,
Yeah.
don't do it alone. Buddy, call
No,
someone.
I think for tonight I'll like binge watch something, find something
Ooh,
and
yeah.
put it on and
Yeah, yeah,
listen
yeah, yeah.
and
Yeah,
yeah. All right. Well, I will report back. Maybe.
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 Ooh.
Uh, all right. Well, this has
Sorry,
been
guys.
interesting. I know. Well, we're just, yeah, it's ready. We're ready to wrap up. It's been a fun Friday night knitting. I've got quite a bit done, and I
31st is
think,
gonna come so quick.
yes, I know. time to
I'm
start.
ready. I'm ready for a color change in the sweater body, so I put it down because
Right.
I want to focus while I do that.
Yeah, probably a good idea. Probably a good idea.
Yeah,
All right, well, you guys, let me check the comments here.
of course.
And oh yeah, Liz says, yeah, that's why my yarn stash is in Ravelry. Yeah,
I didn't bother putting in Ravelry. I didn't.
no,
No, it's just in a Google Doc. And I think part of it's just because it's well, A, it's for me. I don't necessarily want to share it with the internet.
mhm. Yeah,
Grand total, sure. Specific amounts for different things, not so much.
I I think going forward, because a couple years ago I tried that. I thought, oh, I'll just take a picture and put in Ravelry. Yeah, no, yeah, way too much, way too much
I'm
to do
still
that.
not. I'm still not
So
done putting all my whips into Ravelry. And I'm
yeah,
at the point I think where we've got them entered in. I just need to go give them photos and update them. So like
mhm,
I'm 2/3 done. And that's way less work than doing a yarn stash. So I no. And then also like, do I really need to? No, I don't. And yes, you can narrow down your searches. You can do a lot of stuff within Ravelry to only search for patterns that fit this much yardage because that's
mhm.
what you have and you're but I don't like searching that way. I don't
Well, then yeah, you don't need to.
know. So I'm not gonna.
There you go. There you go. Oh,
God.
all right. Well, I gotta go waste some yarn now.
I have got to go turn on the dishwasher and start getting ready for bed because I've got a Patreon eat-in in tomorrow and I am tired.
Oh, okay. Then you need to get some rest.
I need to get some rest.
Ah, yes. All right. Well, everybody, thanks for hanging out with us on Friday night.
Yeah.
This has been a lot of fun chatting with everybody.
Oh, I enjoy the Friday night check-ins.
Yeah, that's a fun way to kick off the weekend.
I pulled my phone over because I was going to double check the day of the week that the 31st is on, and then I put my phone back down.
Ooh, it should be a Wednesday.
It is a Wednesday. Holy schnickerdoodles.
So that's like 2 weeks. In 2 weeks.
Nope, less than 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks and less 2 days.
Minus 2 days. 2 weeks minus 2 days. Okay. That's a thing. Alrighty then.
I know, which means, yes,
Ooh,
we need to work in those
get a crack-a-lackin'.
edits. That's
Boy.
right. All right. Well, everybody, we'll be back here on the Wednesday night.
We will. It'll be good.
And yes, it will be good. It'll be good. We'll check in. So in less than 2 weeks, we'll be back for that'll be a Wednesday night,
Yes.
midnight. That'll be fun. That'll be different. So, all right, everybody. Well, have a great rest of your Friday night. And I hope this has helped kick off a wonderful weekend ahead. It's filled with lots of knitting and fun stuff. So we will see you
See
in just
my
less than 2.
yarn rig.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, I like that.
So when my crochet yarn goes through here,
Yeah. Oh, I like that a lot.
then I don't rub it on my finger as much.
Hmm.
It lives at the computer desk, otherwise I'd lose it. Oh, I don't
All
know.
right, everybody saying good night. Yeah,
Good
we're
night,
gonna
guys.
here. So everybody have a great weekend. We'll see you in a couple